Hi, hello, and welcome to Capricorn Venus Tarot. This is Capricorn Venus. So today we're going to see what do people say about you. So this could be right now. Usually it's right when you're seeing this video, but it also could be just in general. What do they say about you? So we got 4 piles. Pile number 1 is the Tarot of the Divine. Pile number 2 is Alice and Luna's deck. Pile number 3 is the Horror Tarot, and pile number 4 is, what is it called? The Book of Shadows Tarot. That's what it is. So go ahead and pick your pile, and I will see you guys in there. All right, pile number 1. What do people say about pile number 1? Now, I already saw these 2 videos here. I definitely feel like pile number 1, people do say that you have a good body, or like your ex is missed out or something like that, or anybody who fumbled them is a loser or lost out or something like that. I do think people say that about you. You have like a baddie attitude, and if you're a man, I feel like people say that you could get baddies or something like that. Okay. What do people say about pile number 1? 10 of Cups. Wow. Okay. So there could be people praising your relationships or your family if you have one. They're saying about you that you have what everyone dreams of, you know? Like you have like an ideal situation going on. King of Wands. Yeah, definitely a lot about your attraction and how good looking you are and how charming you are. Because again, with even that first thing about like you could get baddies or something like that, there's definitely something where because of your appearance and your attitude as well, though, like you're a charmer, or you seem like someone, or this is what people say about you. They say that you are not shy and that you could talk to anyone and that you could charm anyone and that you're great in social situations. So that's what they say about you. You know, they say that you're really funny. They say you could hang out with lots of different types of people. Okay, what else here? 10 of Cups and King of Wands is a great way to start with what do people say about you. I mean, I think people are speaking positive things onto you and your relationships. Like, yeah. They're just praising what you've created, basically. Because the King of Wands is also someone who's like very active. So they might also say stuff about like, you're so good to your partner, you're so good to your kids, you're a really kind person to your friends, you know, oh, they threw their friend a surprise party, or did you see the gift that pile 1 got for their friend that was so thoughtful? You know, stuff like that where they're praising how well you maintain your relationships or how well you treat the people in your life, basically. Yes, definitely that. Like, you treat the people in your life really well, pile 1, and people are saying it. So what else are people saying? Or what do people say about pile number 1? 8 is Scorpio. So sexual convos here. Like, people say that you have sexual prowess or something like that. You know, they definitely say that you're very sexy, or that, again, you could charm, you could flirt your way into a room. You know, just, you know, the sexy look in your eye. I'm getting that people say that you have a sexy look in your eye, or they say that you do the flirty look really well. They're saying something like that. And Aquarius is 11. Pisces is 12. 2 water signs, and then Aquarius. So I definitely think that people say you handle your emotions really well. You're like emotionally aware of people. You can read the room. I think people say that you can read the room really well, that you know how to handle dramatic situations, intense moments, people's hard place. I think that you speak positivity onto people going through crises or something like that. So people are saying that you helped them through a crisis, or you helped them navigate a really tough situation, or you held their hand when they cried or something like that, and that it really soothed them, or they were impressed by you in that moment. So they're also saying that. What do people say about pile number 1? Oh wow, 7 of Wands. Yeah, you're better than the rest. There's a line in this, I think it's like, yeah, you look good, but they still want to know where Megan's at. So yeah, I feel like people could be saying that about you. Like, first of all, I do think people say, is pile 1 coming to this? Or when will pile 1 get here? Or, you know, there's a general verbally wondering where you are, or if you're going to be there, or, you know, so people are saying that they want you places. They want you to come to the birthday party. They want you to come to the work event. They want you there. And they're saying this to other people. Okay. There also may be some people saying you have the best body on the job, or you're the most attractive person in your environment. Not a conversation like I'd encourage at all, but I mean, this is a tarot reading, so it's not my job. I'm not their boss, so, you know, if you need to take them to HR, feel free, pile 1, but that's what I'm hearing. So let's see, what else are they saying about pile number 1? I do think people do talk about how sexually attractive you are. And this vibe is giving me like big, huge friend group. And you're one of the people in the friend group, and a few of them are hanging out, and they're like, that pile 1, they're the hottest one in our group. You know, something like that. Okay. Cute. Yeah, hottest one in the environment. So that is something that people are definitely saying. Okay. Knight of Wands under the 10 of Cups. I think people also say, and they admire, okay, so I think people say that they admire how you just go for things. You're not afraid of investing into relationships. You're not jaded or scorned or something like that. You go after the environments that you want to be in. They say that you go towards your dreams. It's reminding me like Charlotte. They always say like Charlotte is the one in Sex and the City, the TV show. Charlotte is the one who believes in true love the whole time, and in the end, arguable, but I would say she's the only one that gets it, right? So there's something about that with you. People say that you are a hopeless romantic, or you are someone who believes in deep relationships, and you achieved that, and you have them. Yeah, so. And because you're so open, or else it just really comes off of you that you believe in relationships and you love, or you get really deep with your friendships and you create your found family, or you love your family, you're very invested, it's assumed that it's because of you that those relationships are the way they are. So people say that. They assume that you are the ringleader with that. Ace of Swords. They say pile 1 may be funny, but they mean what they say. Like, yeah. I definitely think that people are saying that you have a really witty sense of humor. You have really astute jokes. So you'll joke about something, but it's like going to be it's going to be obvious that you're very attentive. So I think what they're saying about you is that I would never want pile 1 to roast me. You know, like, yeah, that might be something somebody said. Because it would hurt. It would hurt. Because you're so attentive and you can see everything. Oh, yeah, okay. So, another thing people say about you, pile 1, is I don't want to, it's a similar kind of thing as I don't want pile 1 to roast me. But another thing is I wouldn't want to go up against pile 1. They're always going to be on top. They're always going to win. They always have the high ground, because then we get the 5 of Wands in reverse here underneath the 7 of Wands. So that's basically you're on top of competition. You wouldn't want to fight with pile 1. You would not want to fight with pile 1. And that's being said. Don't get on pile 1's bad side. That could be something people say to other people in your community or your workplace or online or something like that. Okay? Online, that's interesting. So maybe someone is saying that online. I think people say that you're stiff competition, or you're a tough competition, or you're a tough opponent. So this could also be, again, I'm thinking of like communities like book talk, or I'm seeing in my mind like author Twitters or something like that. So maybe you're well known in a community, and people talk about how well you're doing, or talk about you being a competitor or something like that. I'm getting all good stuff. It's just basically how well you do or something like that. Okay. Page of Cups. Yeah, I think people also say that you have like a youthful energy. I'm getting like Aries energy here from you. Taurus as well. And Gemini. So maybe you were born in the spring. And again, I'm thinking of like events that they want to take you to, or thinking about what to get you for your birthday, or if they'll be invited to your birthday or something like that. 2 of Coins. Yeah, that you balance a lot very well. Again, with you taking care of people. So I think people often talk about how you take care of others, and how you have people who are under your wing, and how much you care about the people in your life, and how loving you are. I think people say stuff about that. Ooh, I think people say that you've escaped a dangerous situation. And they're kind of like, they're talking about how well you escaped some sort of dangerous situation, how well you evaded something. Or this also could be lore. They're like, yeah, they're really impressive. They have this like crazy backstory. That's kind of, it's not like very, very intrusive conversation I'm hearing here. It's more of a very admired conversation that people are saying about you. They're saying, I really admire Part 1 because of their crazy backstory. Like, they got out of a situation that was way harder than anything I could have dealt with. It's more like vague like that. Okay. Wheel of Fortune, yeah. Rags to riches. Being alone to security with a stable foundation. And all of the kind of struggles and things you've had to overcome to achieve your wish fulfillment. And definitely if you're in a relationship, people really admire it, and they talk about how what a cute couple you guys are. So yeah, that is what I've got there for you. Pile number 1. We got these 2 music videos, but let's pull a couple more. What do people say about pile number 1? They say funny things too, like, ooh, that pile number 1, they're a Spitfire. They'd have me stressed out if I was their partner, or something like that. Okay. But again, like this long-term partnership could be a best friendship too. Again, I also am getting like close with family, close with your family, or close with one other family member. Maybe you and your sister are super close and everybody sees you guys together. And so they say, oh, it's so cool how they're so close with their sister. Oh, it's so cool how they're so close with their daughter. Something to that effect. The big ones I'm getting are close family member, little sibling, cousin, something like that. Or parent-child, or partner. Yeah. Best friendship as well. Interesting. What do people say? Again, I am getting like anybody who fumbled you is really foolish. I do think that that gets said as well. Ooh, 2. You're hot and you've been through some stuff. So that's what people are saying about you, pile number 1. Thank you so much. I'll leave these down below, and I'll see you next time. Okay, pile number 2. Let's see. What do people say about pile number 2? The Lovers. And the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, I'm getting something specific here, but maybe somebody is saying you need to make a choice or you have to choose. I'm getting like, this could be like, what do people say about pile number 2 is that they need to make a choice. So it's giving like those rom-com TV shows where there's a love triangle and you're choosing between two people or something. It could also be like choosing a side. People say that you need to choose a side and that you're not involving yourself or something like that. Okay. What else do people say? Or maybe that you didn't decide. I think there's a whole like range of things people are saying in terms of that scenario. It's like they've said that you need to make a choice. They've said that you wouldn't choose. They said that you chose no one. They said that you won't pick a side and you just want to stay out of it. And you're like, they're saying like you're, what is that, Geneva or something? You're Switzerland or something. That might have been something people say. It's like you don't like to get in between things. You don't like to comment on gossip. I'm also getting people could say that you just leave work and don't think about work when you're not there. Okay, and then we get 3 of Pentacles, which is work. It's like you're just at the job to clock in and you don't like to get in the mix about whatever like kind of drama or plot line is happening. People are definitely saying that. You like to stay above it, or you're always running. Because here with the bunny, you know, it's from Alice in Wonderland, so it's like he's always late, very late for an important date. So people could also say that you're always running off to something else. You're always late for something, or you never have time for the after work activities, or you don't like to just sit around. You like to leave right away or something. Okay. Justice. People also say that you're very fair-minded, that you're very pleasant to be around, and that they wish that you would get in the mix more. A few people might be saying that they wish you would pick sides, or they want you on their side or something like that. But that you play both sides and you understand both positions. I'm almost getting like people want to like kind of pull you into talking poorly about somebody else, and you're like, well, I don't know. I mean, yeah, because I'm getting like you always look at each situation individually instead of just shit talking, you know, and some people just want to shit talk. So what do people say about pile number 2? Ooh, 445. Interesting. You like to either stay home or be doing something fun as an event. So I think what also is being said about you is that you really like your home time. You're very cozy, but you also like to step out on the scene and do something fun, but it has to be a big event. You're not going to come out for something small or unplanned or just casual. Like you'll come to the big events. Maybe just Christmas, or maybe just the birthday party, or you know, and like you hardly ever come out otherwise. Leo and Cancer is interesting too. I feel like people could also say that you like to keep things fresh and light. Like you don't like to share too much of your business at work. I'm getting like that very demure thing. I don't share too much at work. I don't let you girls know what's going on. I don't need to hear your opinion about that sort of thing. So, okay, that's funny. So people say that you're very much like that. You like keep it cutesy. Yeah, that's so funny. Very relevant. Let's see. Ace of Swords and Justice is like, you are not going to shoot the shit. That's what people are saying about you. Pile 2, you're not going to shoot the shit. You're not going to say anything that you wouldn't say in front of a crowd. They're not getting any hidden tea. You know, nothing. I keep it short. I keep it very clear. What do people say about pile number 2? Page of Cups. Yeah, you just really keep calm. People say that you keep really calm in all situations. Even when you're running late, you're gonna just be sipping your coffee. Like, I could just see you coming into work late, smiling at everyone with a Starbucks in hand, you know? Like, and people are finding it funny. I feel like how it's being said is just like, they're so funny. Like, they, yeah, you cannot rock pile 2. They know this is just a job. That's what I'm getting from you. Okay. And you seem so not stressed out. I feel like people say that they want to be like you, pal 2. They want to not let work stress them out. They don't want to take work home with them. They want to have just a good day every day. They wish there was less drama or gossiping at this workplace or this family or this friend group or whatever it is. Or in this community or something. I'm seeing lots of different examples, but basically, I was getting a positive feeling this whole reading, even though the subject matter is kind of like, it has a funny edge to it, right, pal 2? But what I'm getting is just that they are bringing you up. They're saying this about you because they love this. Maybe they've never seen someone who takes work so easily and with a calm head, and it makes them feel like, okay, life would be a lot more tolerable and more enjoyable, and work would be better if I could look at this the same way, if I could step out of this drama. Because a lot of people feel like they need to get all riled up in order to maintain their place at this job or, like I said, community. And so you show them an alternate way. Six of Cups, yeah. Yeah, you make work fun again. You make this environment fun again by keeping it really light and not taking everything so seriously. It's just not that serious. Yeah, there's something about that. People say that you take everything not so seriously, but they're saying that in a really positive way. They're saying that you know how to turn it off and how to prioritize the job as a way of making money, and everyone should feel comfortable there. Or the family as a way of showing support to each other and not a gossip mill where your haters are front row. You know, like, there's something about that. I think there have been several discussions where people say that you are very calm about this sort of thing and they like your approach. This could also be about dating. Is with the Lovers here in Ten of Swords, you might take the same approach with dating, where it's like, you start to get to know someone, it doesn't click, and you just move on and you move on to the next person because you really believe that kind of phrase of there's plenty of people in the world or there's plenty of fish in the sea, right? This is so true, you know? But I think with you, pal 2, people say that they like the way you look at things. You're not in a lack mindset. You always know that there's a new opportunity the next day. Everything is a fresh slate with you. And this is what they're saying about you. Maybe you don't feel this way, but this is how it's coming across, and this is what people are saying about you, that you're very even-handed, that you don't take things you don't ratchet things up, you know? You always kind of, what's that called? Bring down the situation, or you make people feel a little bit calmer, even if they were really riled up before. Okay. Queen of Cups. I think people also say that this makes people take you a lot more serious. They're saying that because you don't get so riled up, it's easier to take you more seriously other times. So this is like the inverse of The Boy Who Cried Wolf, right? And the moral of that story, if you're not an English speaker, but is basically, if you lie about trouble enough times, then when trouble comes, no one will believe you. So you have the inverse that's being said about you, pal 2. Because you barely bring things up and you always try to handle it yourself first, when you bring things up, people instantly believe you because it just seems very unreasonable any other way. Like, your reputation is that of someone who is very even-handed and will wait until things are really, really bad before they would bring something up. Like you would try everything in your power to fix a situation before it would need to get aired out with the Queen of Cups here, like explained or, you know, delved into in any way. Because again, you like to keep things really light and just move on from situations. Like you don't seem like a grudge holder. And this is what people are saying. It's almost like they're saying that you don't hold grudges because you like your life and you're not bored. So maybe they're comparing you to someone. That could definitely be it. I'm not seeing like too many other people in this, but I think maybe the backdrop of the conversation is comparing to a situation, but they're not name dropping. This is interesting. Yeah, but anyway, they're just saying that you don't take all this stuff to heart because you don't have, like, because you have a life, because you have other things to do. And yeah, okay, let's re-roll this because I'm getting that. Let's see. What do people say about pile number 2? 1. Yeah, because you care about yourself and living life and being in the moment, and you're not holding grudges from yesterday. So let's see more. I also think that people say your hair is always perfectly done, or like even when you're windswept, it looks like elegant, like you put that one piece of hair right in front of your face or something like that. Even when you just got done working out, or even when you've been really active all day at work, by the end of the day, your hair still looks amazing. I definitely hear that being said. Wheel of Fortune, we got that in pile 1 as well. And it's interesting with what we've been talking about that it would become right under the Queen of Cups. That's kind of exactly what we were saying. Sometimes the wheel will turn and then pile 2 will say something, and they're always believed and backed up because they seem to always like be taking the just route. Yeah, I'm just getting people really say that you're a calming presence because you never seem to be coming at it from a negative point of view. And they can believe that if yesterday you seemed annoyed at them, but today you're being calm, it's not that you're holding a grudge. You're just like, that was yesterday. Let's move on. You know? The Chariot. Always moving forward, that pile 2. You're always moving forward. This character gets come up a couple times. Yeah, you keep a really good handle on things. You're definitely a queen. So if you're a woman, then people are have literally said that you're a queen, you know? And if not, they've said something to the effect of like they seem like royalty, or the way they walk, the way they talk is like royalty. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, here I'm getting like you don't really get into fights or arguments, but you will kind of demote somebody from friend potential, you know, or demote somebody from ever being someone you date or getting really super close to. They just say that you turn on your customer service and then that's how you are with them. But you're never going to take it to a really mean place. Like you ending a relationship or you ending a conversation or argument or something, it won't end with you being a bitch. It's going to end with you just turning on the customer service face and you guys having a big, shallow, pleasant interaction. So that's what I'm getting for what do people say about you, pile 2. They definitely just say that you're very fair. You're very calm, peaceful, mature, and you don't do outrageous outbursts or something like that. It's if there was ever an outrageous outburst, it just doesn't feel like that would happen. It just doesn't feel like that would happen. I mean, and so that's what they're saying about you. You know, if it's true or not, who knows, right? But if it did happen, you would have been in the right. I feel like someone has said that. So let's pull some music videos. So yeah, maybe somebody thought that you guys were gonna take it there and you were like, oh no, we're not going to take it there. So you demoted them to just casual customer service, or you say the bare minimum to them to not give them the wrong idea or something. I'm getting that Avril Lavigne song. This is such a deep cut, but Avril Lavigne song, Did You Think That I Was Gonna Give It Up to You or something? And it's just basically her getting mad at this guy, or I would assume like guy friend, or maybe it's like early stage boyfriend or something, that he's all pissed off that they didn't end up having sex because they hung out or something, you know. So I don't know if that's happened to you, but if it has happened and you've told someone, then that's definitely being said, that you just demote them, or you just kind of back away from them and you don't really get into it. Or maybe you did get into it, and so people are saying like it was worth a cause. So it'll depend on if you did say something about it or not. But yeah, let's see. What do people say? Wow. What do people say about pile number 2? Yeah, okay, so I feel like definitely what's being said is if you went out and kind of blew up, or you have a problem with someone, it's probably justified. Yeah, if you have a problem with someone, it's probably justified. That's what's being said about you. And also that, you know, this is kind of a funny interpretation of what we were just looking at. You don't say something, but deep below there are all these feelings, you know, or you wouldn't need to blow up or go crazy until something, you know, crazy happened. That you have this deep side of you, but then you also have this like kind of dismissive side to you. People say about pile number 2. These are just very interesting. Okay, this is the last one. So I definitely see your romantic relationship. So that those examples we were giving earlier, they could definitely be about romantic relationships where you're just declining and moving on, and that you get into deep relationships, possibly also, that there have been people who have asked you impertinent questions and tried to get in your business and that sort of thing. That if you have a problem with someone, there's a reason. So that's what I'm getting for you, pile 2. Feel free to watch these, get additional messages, because I definitely think what people say, there's like a tone underneath what they're saying. Like I said earlier, it's like they're skirting name dropping in this conversation. They're talking about you in general, but it's like the two people who are talking know the specific situation that they're referring to. So that might be about somebody being rude about your body count. That might be, you know, about your relationship. That might be about people you've declined, you know, etc. So definitely watch these to get some additional messages. But thank you very much, pile number 2, and I'll see you next time. Okay, pile number 3. Ooh, the Fool. This is great. This is honestly great. I wonder, you know, the other day I was thinking, I wish more people understood the Fool card, because a lot of people are just so anxious about things not working out. And so they don't even try. They don't even go out on a limb because they know how a certain situation will go, maybe with their current partner or at their current job. It's like the devil they know versus the devil they don't. But that's exactly what the Fool card talks about, is going ahead and choosing the path less traveled because it's the right choice. exactly like you don't know what's going to happen on that path, and you do know what's going to happen on your current path, the one you don't like. You already know you don't like the current path. So it's good to choose the alternate path. So the reason I'm bringing this up right away in your pile 3 is I almost feel like you and I are going to have a really different interpretation of what is being said about you. Because here I'm seeing the Fool, and it's in the horror deck. So it is represented by this girl, you know, she's scared. She's running through the woods barefoot. And that's the Fool in this deck. And there's, you know, scary creatures in the back. So I feel like what is being said about you, pile 3, is that you are going off into the unknown, and that it's scary and maybe a bad choice. And that's part of what's being said about you right now, is that they don't see this decision working out because they've never known someone who did this and had this decision working out. But it's just kind of silly, you know? And this is not something you and me need to decide is silly. This is something many people over a long period of time have already decided is stupid. And that's why we come up with the card like the Fool in the 1800s. Because it's just a truth that you need to pursue things, and sometimes you don't have role models for the exact situation that you're in. But you still need to pursue it, or else it'll never get accomplished. If you never make the leap, then you have nothing. And I also get, maybe there's some like Christians talking about it. It might just be for some of you, but I'm just getting some Christian stuff. So interesting. Give me 1 second. Oh, there we go. That's the line I'm feeling like maybe somebody said is like, there is no fear in love. So maybe somebody Christian is actually defending you, could be using Bible quotes. So that'll just be for someone, but I always like to show those like very specific things, because I was getting like specifically, there's no fear in love. So I feel like that's the same kind of thing of the Fool card, is like, you know, if you're going to say pile 3 is making a foolish decision, then you're not trusting God, you know? I don't know if this is older family members, and maybe you have some people sticking up for you. Some of you have your grandmother sticking up for you in some of these conversations and using Bible verses and that sort of thing. So that's interesting. Or maybe like an older coworker, you know? I always loved those older coworkers who were like Bible ladies, like the older Black lady Bible ladies that you work with sometimes. Maybe just me, I've just worked with a lot, and they're always so nice, and they might not say much, but they'll just like drop a Bible verse randomly, and you'll be like, okay, that's really like good wisdom there. So I don't know if that is being said about you. So I also think another thing people say about you in general is that you give good advice, that you take your own advice, that you walk the walk. The Sun. So we got the Fool and the Sun. Such positive, strong cards to get of what people say about you. And then I feel like you just get multiple different kinds of people talking about you. I think for a lot of people, you're a very hopeful individual. And so when they talk about you like a symbol of hope for them, or a symbol of somebody who went out there and really went for it and accomplished something, or went for a dream, or became a better person than they were last year, you know? So I do think a lot of people are saying that sort of thing. I don't want to dwell on like too many bad things people are saying, because it's not much. It's not much. But I do think that there are some people that are angered by the way you choose to walk in the world. And so they do say a few things about it, you know, but I think it's not very many people, but maybe they say it, which is that they think it's ridiculous, or you're doing too much or something, you know, like, but then other people are like, this is my one hope. This is the, you know, the one thing. Pile 3 is like the one person that I've seen really go for it and make something of their life. And I'm so glad I even met them. You know, those are other things that are being said about you. So, you know, it's your choice to what you just decide to hook your teeth into. You know, I say do it for the ones who love you, do it for the ones who look up to you, and ignore those who would, you know, they just say you do too much because they do too little. It's as easy as that, really. It's just the laziest people love to say you're doing too much because you're skewing the grading curve, you know? Okay. Yeah, because they talk about you in these big terms, and that's everybody. To get the sun and the fool, I mean, everybody talks about you in this larger than life way. They say things that allude to the fact that they view you in a very like above them way. Okay. Because the fool's up on a cliff, on a high cliff, and the sun is in the sky, right? So yeah, there's something about that also. People say, they're not saying it directly. They're not saying pile 3 is above me, you know, they're not saying that. But just everything they say culminates to them feeling that way or them seeing it that way. So what do people say about pile number 3? 12 is Pisces. Yeah, Sagittarius makes sense down here with 9. 11 is Aquarius. So we got Pisces, Aquarius, and Sagittarius. Yeah, I do feel like people say that you're crazy. You're so crazy. How could you, you know, decide to leave home at 17? Did anybody do that? Just a random thing, but how could they decide to get a job in, you know, journalism? Like that's a really hard industry. You know, why would they decide to go back to school or just start all over? Why would they do this all alone? Like, they should take help, you know? Yeah, I mean, I do see that. But I also see people really defending you and taking the opposite approach of, but it's so cool that they did. You know? It's not, okay, I'm hearing somebody say, well, it's not you who has to do it, so let them worry about the workload. Okay? 10 of Swords. Yeah, people are saying that you did it all with no help. People are saying you did it all with no help. And some people are like, why did they do it all with no help? And some people are like, it's amazing that they did it all with no help, you know? I feel like you would be like, well, I would have loved some help, but I just didn't have any. It was like, what are my 2 options? Lay down and die or take help that wasn't there, you know? Like, Knight of Swords. Yeah, there's definitely something about you've changed, pile 3. You've changed in a major way. And it's not just appearance. I'm getting like very strongly, you've changed your life. You've changed the way you look at things. You're not even the same person that they knew. And some people that they find this well and others don't. But I'm not even getting when I'm saying others don't find it well, they're not saying anything bad. Because there's nothing bad to say about you, pile 3. It's more they're just the bad portion of these people who are saying things. It's more bad because you and I can recognize it as projecting doubt onto future plans, which is like just a negative thing to do, a negative way to act about other people. But they're not actually saying anything negative. They're still saying really positive things about your major growth, major maturity, difference, intelligence, but heavy on the maturity and rags to riches or attempt to get there. It's more like your life just looks totally different. Like the day-to-day of your life is being talked about. Yeah, and people are like, how did they come to this conclusion, or how did they do that? Isn't it amazing? I do think if you've lost a lot of weight, people question, like, how did you do that, or what methods did you use, or something like that. Something I don't recommend commenting on, you know, but we're the one tapping into these private conversations, right? I guess. I always think of that Megan the Stallion lyric. It's like, they knew better than to let me hear. So these people that they don't want to be heard. They don't want to be, they wouldn't say this sort of thing to you anymore. So anymore, maybe they used to kind of project doubt onto your plans, but now they know better. Because again, in all these conversations, good and bad or good and mid, basically, they're still saying how much you accomplished and how crazy they think it is, or how wild, and you just do too much. You do so much. Why do you have all these goals? You should just pick one. So even in a phrase like that, they're saying that you're very accomplished. You know, it's just rewording it. But yeah, Hierophant. Oh, here's another thing people are saying. Definitely that you turn the tables on some people. Ooh. Oh, third pile with Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Wheel of Fortune under the sun. That's what I'm saying. Maybe you came back from a major depression, or I could definitely see that. And people are saying like, yeah, there's something about your outlook. Your whole outlook has changed. Everything you believe in has changed. What did I say? The Empress. The Empress under the Fool. You birthed a new you. And it almost looks like she's wearing the same dress here, but different hair color. It's like you have been reborn. The day he left me is the day I died, and I was reborn as a witch. Page of Cups. Yeah, it's like you're totally new. If you got a new hair color, people say you look totally different in that hair color. People could call you a chameleon, and say you look totally different in different styles. People are saying you live too far away. They wish you would come back and visit. Yeah, they wish they would. Yeah, I think people are saying they wish you would come back and visit. People are saying they, yeah, I mean, I do think there's at least somebody who said, why can't they come home? What are they even doing? You know, like, are they even at work? Like I said, it's not many people. It might just be like one or two people that like to project out and say things like that. Like, you said you couldn't come back for such and such reason, and they want to say, oh, I bet that's not true. You know, that sort of thing. But you have a lot of people saying that you're a brand new bitch, you know, non-gendered, and that you've accomplished a lot. You're going towards what you want. And some people think it's a huge goal that they really admire, and other people think it's a huge goal that you shouldn't be trying to do. You should try something a little closer to home or something like that. So, okay. What else? Yeah. I think some people say that you need someone to take care of you or protect you. And then some people say, no, they don't. Like, I feel like this is a back and forth. People talk about you, and a lot of different people have different opinions on you. And so they discuss those opinions. And some in your favor, and some sneakily not in your favor, but like sort of in your favor, you know, those people. But yeah, I think when somebody says you need protecting, someone else says, no, they don't. Look at all they've accomplished. When somebody says that your dreams are too big, they say, but yeah, but we may think so. I wouldn't want to do that much work, but they don't seem to have a problem with it, and they've accomplished other things in the past. So yeah, you have people standing up for you, and more than standing up for you, just believing in you. Like, even people who are not your best friend still believe in your potential success and still see that you are somebody who does it all by yourself. So how can you even have a problem with it? They've turned the tables. They've done what we thought was impossible. That's another thing I think people have said. So let's pull some music videos. They've done the impossible. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, again, with this one, I'm getting like, there might be like things people are saying that are conflicting with old things they used to say, you know, like, oh, it looks like they're doing great. It looks like they have a new partner, or it looks like they have a new friend. And somebody else is like remembering how that person said before that, oh, they'll never get a partner when they act like that. Or this is why they always have a new friend, because they act like that. So it's like negating old things that they said, which is the backdrop of these new conversations. But they're not admitting that they were wrong about that, though. Let's just be clear. People say that you are a better type of person than others. So, you know, whatever. But it's almost like they're saying that in defense of you. They're saying like, well, you're the type to blank, blank, blank. So of course you think that pile 3 can't accomplish this because you couldn't accomplish it, or because you aren't up to par for this. So, water sign. Being able to accomplish a lot. All different kinds of things for pile number 3. A partnership could definitely be part of it. It's like, but again, under the context of other people not believing in it back then. So maybe now you've had your 6-year anniversary with someone that everyone thought you guys would break up. Or like, you know, insert thing here. It's like everyone thought you'd move back to your home state after a couple years, but it's been a couple years. So now when they talk about it, they're impressed by it, but they still are like, well, it's crazy that happened, because some of them did not believe it would. Heavy on a comeback, though. Heavy on a comeback that they're talking about. What are people? So this definitely, that's funny. Yeah, again, it's like, with people in the past saying, you know, you'll never get a partner like that, or that something about your attitude, or like that you had a big head about whatever this project or relationship or big life change was. And so now when it's still happening and it's still going on and your partner still loves you and you're still in the state you moved to, there's conversations happening to affirm your success where there's still 1 or 2 people that are doubting you for no reason. There also might be conversations where somebody else, this could definitely be a situation where you're Becky, because I'm kind of getting like the situation where you're Becky, where your partner's ex is kind of like happy for you or something like that. Take what resonates. Your fashion is also talked about in a positive way. Yeah, you are killing it. Okay, this is the last one. They're just so relevant. So I'm going to leave these down below, but I definitely think like maybe your partner has a new person that, or your ex has a new person that is talking about you positively, or you could have your partner's ex talking about you positively. It's someone like tangential to you who might have a reason to dislike you, but is talking about you positively, but it might be a little much. Okay. Casual and don't hate me is interesting too. Yeah, there just might be some people that you slid away from who might be having a few bitter things to say. But, you know, go ahead and watch these music videos to get some extra messages here. But overall, everyone is talking about your big successes, huge leaps, amazing accomplishments. And if you're from a small town, maybe to you, they seem like medium accomplishments, but to these people, you're the only one that has accomplished as much as you have that they've ever met. So we're going to add this one as well. Anything but me. So thank you very much, pile 3, and I will see you next time. All right, pile number 4. What do people... I wanted to say, what is being said about pile number 4? So interesting. What do people say about pile number 4? I'd be saying this right now as we speak, as you're listening. Let's see. What do people say about pile number 4? The stars and strength. And then I just imagine like roots. So I think people are saying that you're putting down roots, that you're creating a life you're proud of, that you know how to have fun. Somebody might be saying that you just went to the pool, or they want to go to the pool with you, or that you love to swim or something. That it could also be talking about this. These are both outdoors fun. So people are saying that you love to go outdoors, or you love flowers, or you love bird watching. Something about your love of nature and you going into the forest recently, or you going on a hike recently or something. It's very literal, right? But I guess if that's what they're saying right now, they're just talking about the fact that you recently had fun outside and it looked interesting. I think people are also talking about your recent move, if you had one. If not, they're wondering if you will move, and they're talking about that. I think people are also saying stuff about your house, like, oh, their place is really nice, or oh, this is the area they live in, or something. What are people saying about pile number 4? I miss pile number 4. That's another thing people are saying. Okay. Pile 4 is starting a new project. Pile 4 is starting a new life. That's a big thing I'm getting. It's like pile 4 is starting a new life. So maybe if you just bought a house, lots of people are talking about it because they're saying you're planting seeds. You're putting your roots down. I'm getting a lot of that kind of like imagery where you're really creating a strong foundation, and that's what they're saying. They're saying that you've created a strong foundation someplace. You're making plans for the future. I think they're also saying you're very content, pile 4. What is being said about pile 4? Let's go ahead and ask it that way, I guess. 10 is Capricorn, love. 2 is Taurus. So 2 earth signs here. So yeah, a lot about your stability, a lot about you sinking in and being really present and stable for the people around you. Improving your career. This could be definitely starting a new career that you love, or really solidifying your routine in a career you love. Okay, and 12 is Pisces. 10 plus 2 is 12, and there's 12. Interesting. 1, 2, 1, 2. Pisces, Taurus, and Capricorn. I think you're looking especially beautiful right now, pile 4, and people are talking about that. They're saying that you look really like yourself. You look really fresh. You look really happy. Again, the outdoors are doing you well. That's another thing people are saying. You seem calmer. You seem more steady. I definitely do think people are saying you look happier, more at peace. People are saying you're dreaming big, that you really have a lot of hope for your future. People might be talking about you journaling more, or getting more in touch with yourself, becoming more confident, seeing yourself in a higher light. We got the Wheel of Fortune in all 4 piles, so that's wild. I think a lot of people are saying about the collective right now that things are on the upswing, that things are going in you guys' favor, and that's being said. You're getting better with age. Yeah, okay, so maybe they're saying you're doing better and starting that new foundation because something had to fall in your life or something went, you had to make a cutoff. But they're saying, like, if this is post-divorce talk, Pal 4, or insert situation that is similar to divorce, I think people are saying that you're doing great. And you seem like you're really happy and that this was a good thing. So people are saying that whatever kind of separation happened, it was a good thing because it's doing you well and you look a lot happier now. Yeah, they're also saying that you're not rushing yourself, that you're staying really present. Again, with the being outdoors, maybe doing yoga or something, and people are talking about how well it is suited to you, or again, how good you look. People could also, if you're trying to lose weight, they could be saying you're losing weight, or you're trying to gain muscle, they could be saying that you look stronger. People could say you look a little more bohemian lately. People are talking about how many career options you have and also how many like interesting things you do, how many people want to talk to you and how fun you are to talk to. People say that you're great company and that they look forward to all the things they'll get to do with you. So this could be also people in your life, like close friends or like just friends at all. Anybody could be saying how they want to hang out with you and, oh, we should go to the pumpkin patch when October comes around, and, oh, I can't wait till their birthday, or, oh, I really want to take them out to dinner, or I want to do something special for our anniversary, like you know, your partner talking to their friends. Those are the kind of things I'm hearing. Bright, shiny, happy kind of conversation, Pal 4. People are really happy for you. People are really pleased about you. People saying the kindest things I can even think of. It's like they want to buy you flowers. People are really words of affirmationing you right now, Pal 4. I love it. Yeah, some of the stuff that they say to other people, they might come back and say to you as well. So if people are saying like kind things to you, just know that they've said it to other people about you several times, even before they said it to you. Interesting. I think with your pile, it's not like, I have a feeling this one's going to be shorter. Just because they're repeating these kind things about your life and how pleased they are that you're doing well and how much you deserve it. How you deserve nice things, Pal 4. That's what they're saying. You've been through hardship and you deserve nice things. You're on the other side now. You're on the other side. That's so true. That's what they're saying about you, Pal 4. It's like you're on the other side of whatever that situation was. Yeah, you don't need... She doesn't want to be saved. Yeah, you're on your boat to Virginia. You're like out there having fun. You're not worried about anything. Maybe you're going on vacation, or people are talking about wanting to take you on vacation. This is a road trip too, so I definitely see that. Like, people could want to really hang out with you, and that you accomplished a lot, and that you're moving on up, basically. This is another car ride, so yeah. I do think occasionally somebody will say, I hope that person never comes back around. I hope they never go back to this ex. I hope they never go back to this family member. I hope they never go back to that job. You know, something like that. People are definitely saying, I hope that person leaves Pal 4 alone. Cute. Like that now you're happy and now you seem to be enjoying yourself and you're with people who actually like you and care about you. And that this time of being like hurt and going over the sad memories, not really going on. Now we're going out. We're going out to the club. We're having fun. You're with your friends. You're outdoors. You're doing stuff. This is great. Yeah, it's like people hanging out. People, you know, somebody might be saying they want to go go-karting or paintball with you. They want to go golfing with you. But you were sad for a while, and now things are great, and you're with your friends. This is giving a lot of like friends. You're like with your friends, or you're with your new crush that actually likes you. You've been taken away. This is a great one too, because it's like, that's the kind of energy I'm getting from these friends, or a lot of what is being said about you is being said by your friends, Pal 4. Or also like your love interest, but mostly your friends. It could also be the love interest's friends are saying they like you for this person. So that's interesting. But this music video is like, she's in a party where no one's looking at her and her boyfriend's being a dick. And then she gets taken away by the security guard, and they get to go have fun and play cards in the hotel room and go out into the desert, and they're dancing and drinking, have a good time. So that's basically what I'm seeing is like, what's being said is like, you look like you're having a really good time, and people know that you didn't in the past, that you had some bad times in the past, basically. They really don't want this old person to come back. Okay. This one. I think we'll just keep those and put the rest of these away. But yeah, I'm seeing your friends talk really highly of you and saying that they're glad you're away from whatever bad situation, and that everything seems really positive and happy, and you've turned over a new leaf, and they're so pleased to see it because you really deserve it. You're on the other side of whatever bad situation this was, and now everything's happy, and they can't wait for the plans they have with you, and they want to buy you flowers. Somebody wants to buy you flowers. So I will leave these down below. Thank you very much, pile number 4, and I will see you next time.